Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thoth Tuesday. My name's Fawn. I'm a channeler, and this is a collective reading for everyone. So we are going to find out some interesting things from this reading, and today is a new journey. So every day is a new journey with new messages coming through that we can, as we're walking through the past and our dark night of the soul, coming out of that and releasing things and finding out who we are. That's the best thing. So welcome. And Thoth is going to lead us today. All the channeled messages usually just come in. So let's see what the cards have to say. And we have a contest going. I'm giving away 2 free drawings to my favorite people. And put your name, the day you were born, and the month you were born in the comments. And I read all the comments. I will put your name in the drawing. And every 2 weeks, I'm going to pull a winner for a while. We'll see how it goes. Every 2 weeks. We've already had our winner. It was Melissa, 77. So yay, Melissa won the first one. She was so excited. She already got her reading. She got it like the next day. So yeah, we're also playing with our manifestation. Hopefully you're manifesting, you're meditating, the 2 M's, meditation and manifestation. And don't take my word for everything. Channeling can be whatever. This isn't a I want to find the best person for me type of tarot reading. This is a self-discovery channel. That's what this is. So as we go through this journey, we will be self-discovering everything that was lied to, everything that we're awakening to, and that's the spiritual journey we're going on. So let's go see what the journey is going to bring today. Now, today it is 5/7 of 2024, so that is an 18, which is a 9. And we love 9. I know I love 9. It goes into itself and it comes out for itself. So we're going to read out of the Soul Helper Oracle what the 9 means. And I also have an angel message of 9 because we got a lot of 9s, and that's for the end. So 9 reveals that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom in an unconditional, deep healing love. Number 9 will help you reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new. Its energy field is indestructible without being inflexible. Number 9 always remains true to itself. 9 plus 9 equals 18, whose digits add up to 9. 9 times 9 is 81, whose digits add up to 9. Multiply any number with 9 and add the 2 digits together, and the resulting number will be 9. It is almost as if it is absorbing every other number through its calculations. Number 9 teaches you how to do this too. Accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfillment and completion, but also a beginning and an end. Yeah, we are at the end of a cycle. We're going through a shift. We're going through a new cycle. And we have to be able to shift with this new cycle we're going through. I hope you brought your coffee or your tea. I've got water today. Anything, and have cards with me. This is going to be great. So now I'm going to read the Soul Helper Oracle that come out, and I love this card. Is amazing, and it will give the perfect message for all of us. We got a number 34, which is a 7. You are unique. Be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. Look at her. She's all pink and has the sun at her back, and she's just sparkling. She's unique. She's confident. It is often the very people who recognize their own uniqueness who feel lonely or like outsiders, having recognized their otherness and wanting to live according to it. They make the mistake of thinking that other people will not understand or want anything to do with them. However, this is an illusion born of past experiences, with its roots in childhood or perhaps even much earlier. These experiences have served to strengthen you, helping you to recognize your uniqueness and to live it to the full. You have now reached the point on your soul path where you will find the strength within you to banish these illusions and find the truth that lies behind them. It is the people who remain true to their nature who change this world, making it a more joyful, peaceful, and colorful place. Celebrate yourself and your individuality and give it more space in your life. Be crazy, be brave, be yourself, and live your differences. Your uniqueness will give you a gentle dignity and irresistible charisma. If you are ready to accept yourself just as you are, you will discover wholeness and a sense of fulfillment. Accept that you are unique, acknowledge your otherness or difference, and in so doing, become fulfilled and free. Give yourself space and allow yourself to let go of anything that no longer serves you. Everything in your past has matured into wisdom, allowing you to live according to your creative nature. Be the embodiment of joy, be magnificent and free, and exclude everything and everyone standing in your way. Do it now and without delay. Your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animals, the phoenix, the herbal essence is patchouli, the healing crystal is the peridot, and the number is 7. I think that is a beautiful message for all of us because we are unique. We have, like I say, we have that one little magic sparkle that the creator gave us that's unique in its own way. It's like the sparkly magical fingerprint that no one else has. That's you. And we can all do things that we don't think we can do, like manifest. Me and the girls and some other people have been manifesting. We got a lady that might be having a boxer, or I don't know if it's a lady or not. I think it's a lady. We have Lisa. She's manifesting like crazy. We have Melissa. She manifested it. She wanted 500 and she got over 500. So yeah, manifesting does. It's called patience and repeating it, thinking about it, marinating on it, creating it, because we create everything we live. 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of life. Over the next few days, fill your soul with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of the number 7 is like the gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul path. Yes, we are all going through new soul paths, and right now we are in it. We are going through a shift in evolution. We are going through a lot of things, and we got to be ready. Okay, now we have the messenger oracle came to play with us. And the first card that came out was the Raven, and it's trust in magic. I just said we have to trust ourselves. We have to trust that we have the magic within. Until we recognize it, we'll still be in learning mode. Magic is the mystery and coincidental. It is at the heart of those moments of synchronicity and knowing. It is woven into the awareness that there is more to life than what you can see. It is born of that moment when you step without fear and with loving heart into the void. Voice your desire and have great spirit send his message to show you the way. Trust in magic. It is real and it surrounds you. Yeah, we're surrounded by magic. We just haven't touched it yet. We just haven't experienced it yet, but you will. And I have, and some other of us have. You don't have to cast a spell or any weirdness or have a big pot of what they call the witchy poo crap. You don't have to do that. You just have to be you. And putting a label on somebody like a witch is ridiculous. That's like putting a label on somebody that's evil, a devil, or whatever. We should never put labels on people because they're not witches, they're spiritual people. They're into herbs, they're into crystals, they're into magic that hopefully they're good magic. There is bad magic out there, and I don't even know anything about it, and I don't play with it. So, because we are I'm not for black magic of any kind. Now, we got Seek Your Destiny, and this card is awesome. Look at that. The cat. is like halfway in the dimension and halfway out. It's showing you, come on, it's okay. It's okay to step into the unknown. And the eye up there looking up source watching. Yeah, that's an awesome card. Seek your destiny. You have purpose and reason for being. You could have one or even several destinies. Are you afraid to believe in destiny? Because others may laugh? Don't. It could be as simple as taking a moment to look within and discover those things that you love most passionately and to bring them out into the light. But you will never know if you are afraid to step through the doorway and see what's on the other side. Trust that everything you hope and dream of will be there waiting for you. That's a beautiful card. And I really feel that we do go into different dimensions. I don't think there is so much as a heaven or a hell. I think it's where you are at that point in your life. If you are a negative being and you've never leveled up and found the wisdom of the earth school and the mystery school, and you just stayed stagnant, I think you'll be in a lower dimension, is what it is, because you'll create what you live, because our mind creates how we live. Me and my husband have been going through an ebb and a flow lately. I had a bad week last week. The energies were like, I was like fighting in Star Wars or something. They were just at me. It was like I was blocking them everywhere, and I'd have to meditate a lot, but that's okay. Um, then the last few days, it's like all of a sudden we ebb and flow. It's like he is doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, but we're interacting and we're pulling it together. It's really different. And I know he is experiencing a difference too, because we're both trying to learn and change as we go. Heed your dreams. Dreams are everything. And this is a beautiful card. She's got the snake around her and she's just dreaming. The earth, it's like, I don't know if excuse me scratching my nose all the time, but it is the moss down here and my nose itches constantly, and I don't take any allergy pills, but we've got moss like crazy down here, and right now it's flowing everywhere. So yeah, itchy. Okay. Uh, it is easy to ignore dreams, but we really have to keep a dream journal. It's really important. When I kept a dream journal, it really helped me out because I can look back now and say, hey, I dreamt that. I dreamt that, and that happened. So, and always tell somebody, like if you have a dream, tell somebody about your dream and write it down. So that way, when you're with that person and that dream happens, you can't look at them and say, well, I dreamt that. And they're like, oh, sure. You can say, oh, they can say, oh, wow, I remember you had that dream and you wrote it down. Yeah, because that's the truth. That is showing us the truth of the situation. Your dreams are a powerful tool for increasing self-awareness, for they contain within them the unfiltered truth. Whether it be a dream or a nightmare, they are the keys to understanding your inner self. Both your joys and your fears commune with Gaia and Great Spirit in the stillness of your slumber. Learn to read and interpret your dreams. Listen to what they tell you. Pay close attention to how they make you feel. Heed what they reveal and learn who you are and who you wish to be. Yeah, the dreams will tell you that, and they'll tell you a lot more if you listen. Okay, now we got the angels and ancestors. And we only got one card. And I am feeling I know why we got this one card. Retreat and recharge. Now, we are all energy. Okay, now think about this. You're running a car, okay, an electric car. It's electric. We're driving along. Ooh, we gotta get recharged. We're driving along in life with our bodies and in our life, and we feel drained. Now we got to get recharged. So guess what? We got to go in the hermit mode. Retreat and recharge, because we have to retreat and recharge. And when you're not meditating and you're not manifesting and you're not clearing your mind is moving a million miles an hour. You're not going to hear nothing. You're not going to see nothing. You're not going to get any messages. And you're just going to be living in a bogged down world. It's just what it is. My husband says to me, he says, you know, I hear stuff sometimes, but I don't hear. I said, you have the music blaring in your garage. You have the music on constantly when you're there. You have the TV on. You are thinking constantly. You're not going to get any messages. Now he is starting to dream, so he is starting to do a little bit, but you gotta quiet your mind. At least if you're gonna listen to music for, you know, all day, whatever. Shut it off for an hour and give your brain time to slow down and your heart time to catch up. Because those messages will come through the heart space. Take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. The Hermit card is one of solitude and meditation, inspired by the wandering men of India known as sadhus. In the Hindu tradition, it represents your capacity to go within and arrive at the cave of your heart. I told you, when I am reading these, I am not saying what Fawny D would say. I am channeling messages, because I just channeled before I read that card, and I've read this card many times, but I don't know every word in this card. I channeled that message. So, and you can channel too. You just have to listen. I'll tell you, and I told a friend of mine last night, meditation was the hardest thing to do. It was the hardest part of the whole thing. The dark night of the soul was hard, walking through it, remembering and reliving the past and letting it go and releasing it with love, because you really don't want to release them with love. I mean, anybody that harmed you, you don't love them, but you have to release it with love, let it go, and break the contract. That's what Dolores Cannon said. And you know what? I agree, because when I did it, it worked. It was like a heavy fog lifted off of me, and I didn't think about it anymore. Yeah, it's probably back there. I mean, if it was brought up, I could probably think about it, but I don't really care about that part anymore. It's not there, and I don't talk about it. So it's like it completely released, because when we are hanging on to past or problems or regret, we are binding ourselves to that. We are imagining that. We are keeping us in that space. Definitely. Okay, let's see if that helps. I just stopped and I lit a different inset, because my nose is like the tip of it is just like, I'm gonna dig it to death. And I have a new incense over there. And I have this feeling that that's it. So I was thinking it was the moss, because usually my face is itchy, my nose is itchy, but I had it burning over there. So I'm thinking, you know, I wonder if it's that incense. So I just put the incense out and lit another one that I'm used to. So let's see if that helps. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we did get the hermit, and we were talking about the hermit because we have to go into hermit mode once in a while. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. In many traditions, the high priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. He acts. Oh, what am I doing? I'm reading the high priest. Okay. Let me get back to where I was going now that I itched my face off. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this again. We don't have the high priest. We have the fawn with the itchy face, and we have the hermit. Take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. The Hermit card is one of solitude and meditation. By the wandering men of India known as sadhus. In the Hindu tradition, you know, I don't know if it's an allergy or something, because it feels like the tip of my nose right here is vibrating. I don't know. That is the weirdest feeling I have ever had because I want to itch it, but it's like it's vibrating when I talk. I don't know. I'm tickling myself, I guess. Oh, I know I was reading the High Priest because it's on the back of the thing where I was supposed to be reading over here. Okay, I got it's Thoth Tuesday. Bear with. Okay, we got the capacity to go within and arrive at the cave of your heart. Many of the answers to your problems lie within. And if you don't take the time to connect with yourself and feel comfortable alone, you won't be able to hear your message that are rising up inside you. The cross-legged meditation position of the cave dweller, Sadhva. On the card is an invitation to harness the power of your meditation practice. The Hindu Sri Yantra symbolizes behind him represents the union of masculine and feminine energies, hence support from Mother, Father, God. I love that card because we have to remember there is a mother. There is a mother. There always has been a mother. There was a bunch of white men that corrupted the Bible, put some truths in, took a lot of truths out, and made women look really bad. They wanted women. And somebody's like, oh, yeah, there's beautiful women in there. But what do? They suppress them. Oh, women should talk when they're spoken to, and kids should shut up when they're ordered to. I mean, come on. Let's get real. We're not there anymore. Yeah, we're really not there anymore. That's why a lot of people have walked away from religion because, and I see religious people, they are not, they're to serve their self. They're not service to others because I have witnessed that. They are, they just judge a lot. But you can have a spiritual oneness with the creator. I mean, yes, and there is beautiful things in the Bible that you can learn from. Yes, feel it within your heart and feel that it's right. Because we're all really we all believe in the same thing. Everybody's just calling it something different. That's all. It's the creator. We got this one in the practical magic 31. 4, seek balance, overwhelm. It's telling you to go into hermit space. This one's telling you you're out of balance and you're overwhelmed. In a world of stress and confusion, constantly juggling commitments, workloads, and self-imposed pressures, balance can seem always just out of reach. You know you'll work on what you need to do just as soon as you finish this project. Make that deadline, catch up on an outside commitment, hear back from that person, but you can't keep waiting for the perfect time because it will not come. You need to take steps to deal with the overwhelm or you'll drown in all the busyness. When this card appears, it's a sign of just how overwhelmed you are. There is a disparity in your current situation. It could be an external imbalance, such as a power struggle or impossible work expectation, or it might be an internal imbalance, like lack of energy, a health problem, or overcommitment issues. Whatever it is, it's time to take action. One of the key lessons is that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain why you can't do something, come up with an excuse, or justify your decision, nor should you feel guilty for honoring yourself and your time and energy. There aren't enough hours in the day to do everything you have to do, let alone want to do so. You need to figure out what is most important and focus on that before anything else. Remember that you're a grown-up. You have ultimate power over what you do and don't do, and how you allocate your time. It can help to discover that works best for you. If you're able to switch between projects throughout the day, brilliant. If you need to section off separate days or separate projects and not let them bleed into each other, that's fine too. Can you easily delegate tasks or your major struggle? Are you most productive in the morning? And if so, should do the most pressing thing then? Or does it suit you better to tick off the lower priorities tasks for then and dive into the important stuff when you're ready? Feel a sense of accomplishment. Or are you more creative at night and need to factor that into your schedule? How much of your overwhelming is because you're too shy, too people pleasing, to turn down requests for your time, or that you feel obligated to help others at the expense of your own needs? You can't help others from an empty well, and people will respect you more if you set limits and respect your own boundaries. That is really true. When I started doing that, when I started saying no, because I want to do something different. I don't want to do that. I mean, I get that somebody wants company while they're doing something, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say no. And I'm not going to explain myself anymore. I really don't. I hate when somebody calls me and starts explaining themselves. And I tell them, you don't have to explain yourself. I get it. I'm okay with it. So how much of your overwhelming is because, okay, I read that. Remind yourself you can only do what you can do. If a task is not achievable or a time frame is too short, say no. Renegotiate the deadline. Explain what you can do in the time available and possible options for other ways to meet it that won't lead to unbearable stress on you. Often the other person is unaware of how unreasonable their request is and would welcome a discussion and a solution to the problem. Be gentle on yourself. Don't beat yourself up over perceived inadequacy. Everyone is doing their best. Forgive yourself for apparent failures and allow the same for others. Give yourself space. If you need to withdraw from the world for a while, do that. If you don't have the energy to do any projects, politely decline. Being able to say no and set healthy boundaries have never been more important. It is important. It's a very important part of your spiritual journey because you don't want yourself overworked. You want time to work on your spiritual journey, to work on yourself. Don't worry about the small things or blow up minor incidents into huge and unnecessary dramas. It's easy to overact and let minor things consume your energy and precious time, or to procrastinate over unimportant tasks as you seek a dopamine hit to soothe your stress, focus, and clarity. Re-clarify, get clear on your goal, and remove extraneous duties. There are more distractions these days, and people are more easily distracted, a terrible combination. This lack of attention on the present moment and the task at hand can affect your well-being, lead to frustration, and pull you away from what you are trying to achieve. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If not, it doesn't matter now. Ask, is this getting me closer to my dream or dragging me further from my finish line? If it's the latter, pivot and refocus. These are extraordinary, strange, and overwhelming times. You need to figure out what you can control and let go of the rest for your own peace of mind. When I did that, that was the best thing I ever did in life. And I'm trying to teach my husband how to do that. And it's starting to work. Me and him do not resonate on the same frequency. We do in marriage, but not in spirituality. But he is starting to see that he can manifest. He'll say it out loud and then it will happen. So he is starting to dream. He never dreamt before. And he's starting to try to put a metaphor with the dream to try to figure out the meaning of it. Because some dreams feel really crazy and wonky, but it might be a metaphor for the meaning of it. So kind of take into consideration the meaning of your dream and what it was trying to tell you. Now we got the dreams of Gaia, and I'm going to go ahead and do those and save the last three for, the last three for last, because those are good. Now we got a lot of fire today, and we got the 8 of fire. Action, change, transformation, change, mutation, rebirth, freedom, renewed, purpose, joy. That's all she is. This is it. This is transformed through action, change on a physical level. It is time to act, give something a new purpose, transmute negative energy, a renewed sense of purpose. Don't be lazy. Inaction may yield unwelcome changes. So yeah, we got the action card the other day and it said take action, step up and shine. The 8 of fire symbolizes transformation through action, change on a physical level that brings freedom and joy. It is time to start a new job or quit one. It is time to move house because the one you are living in restricts and hampers you. Or it is time to lose a little bit of weight and increase your mobility and physical fitness. It is time to set yourself free of unnecessary weight, whether it be physical, emotional, or psychological, so you can move through life with more ease. If you need to make real changes in your life, know now is the time to do it. No more thinking, no more planning, and no more dreaming. Now is the time to get up off the couch, to act and transform yourself or your life, or to take an idea or possession, something in your life or space, and repurpose or transform it. It may be something as simple as painting a room, making it brighter and lighter. Maybe it's time to clean house from one end to the other, banish dust and cobwebs, getting rid of all that serves no purpose for you. What's broken and unused, regardless, it's time to take action and change. It's time once to experience will bring you a sense of freedom, a weight lifted. You will feel reborn and will face the future with a renewed sense of purpose. Regardless of what it is, time to transmute one state of being with another. It is time to act and enjoy. I see with these action cards that they're telling us it's time to not be stagnant. And me and my husband have been doing a lot of different things around here. And I know that it's spring now and people are starting their gardens and things like that. And now is the time to start creating our garden bee. One soul at a time. We all have to do this. We have to, I think what's going to happen is people are going to have a eureka moment. The people that are fighting it, that are not spiritual, that are not service to others, that are not realizing we're in a great awakening with our world and our life, they'll just stay in the 3D world. I think we'll go to different dimensions. It'll be like they'll be background people for us because a lot of people have lost their families, their friends over this things, but they'll start to meet new connections, new people that are like family. We aren't supposed to, I don't really think that our learning is supposed to stay with the same people the whole life that we have, because that'll be stagnant. It'll be like we're still with mommy and daddy at 50 and 60. Yes, we're still around mommy and daddy, maybe. We live in the same town, maybe, but we've moved on. And they're part of our life, but not an everyday part of our life because we were supposed to grow up and learn. So that's where that is. Now, we got the Two of Cups with that as a clarifier for the Eight of Fire. And that's partnership. Appreciate love and trust in your relationship. This card predicts love, equality, and meaning of the hearts and minds, which benefit all your relations from friendship to romance. It also reveals commitment or promise, such as an engagement or marriage or an emotional investment to share. This is a healing card also. If you're in a relationship has tested you recently, reveals that all will be well. You can expect someone close to you to show their love. Know that they are trustworthy and dependable. So you do have somebody, people, we might be looking in all the wrong places. We're used to the same thing, different day. The religious people hang around religious people. Imagine switching places with somebody and going with a spiritual person and a religious person for a week. Could you imagine the conversations you could have? They could be really good conversations if each person would accept the fact that that person has a different outlook than them about religion and spirituality. They name it different. Religion can be spiritual because there's miracles in that. So Yeah, and we also got the number 14, which is a 5, which is change. We got the King of Fire. Proactive, dauntless, inspirational, vital, power, passionate, charismatic, and involved. Ground and focus your passion. Be more than an idea person. Remain involved from start to finish. Every leader is part of a team. Delegate. Be dauntless. Respect your position by respecting others. Show your appreciation. Keep your temper in check. The King of Fire is a charismatic leader. He is compassionate, and his passion is something others find inspiring because it is focused, grounded, and creative. He is the perfect team leader who can draw to him the people who are necessary for the project to be completed, and every single person will want to play a part of helping bring this vision to life. Some may see the King of Fire as an ideal man, but they only have to observe, and they will soon discover that he is a very proactive. He likes to be involved, to get his hands dirty, and he will remain involved from inception to completion. The King of Fire is a fearless, dauntless. In fact, he is lion-hearted and the vital heartbeat of his court. He is not afraid of the hard work, but he also respects and moves through his day with awareness that he is only part of the whole. He is a necessary part, but still just a part, and one that can be replaced if his adventure fails. This is why the King of Fire works tirelessly to fulfill his role, and despite his ways and charismatic nature, is at his core a very unassuming and respectful man. It is why he calls upon and makes use of those around him. He understands that he is but one man. And in order to rule well, he must be willing to delegate. In essence, he must be willing to share his power and his glory with others. If the King of Fire appears in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom of knowing that even those who are leaders are a part of the team. Every wise leader has people around them who perform tasks that help them to keep things running smoothly. This same wise leader respects their team and appreciates the efforts made on their behalf. He symbolizes the importance of being interested and involved from beginning to end. He asked us not to start something, delegate, and then walk away. That sounds like Mr. T. And that sounds like a lot of us that stood up. That sounds like the digital warriors. And we are the digital warriors. We all came out. We're all speaking the truth. We're all learning the truth. This was, we've had wars all our life. That's why people don't realize we're in a war. This is a digital and spiritual war right now that we are in. And it's going to get hairy right now, but it's going to get better. I think it was that incense that was making my nose itch like crazy. It still itches a little bit. I sprayed some Lysol and a little different incense. But my nose isn't itching as much. So that, I mean, it was terrorizing me. I had to stop and pause, and I'm like, I had to share. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm on video. I'm not gonna sit there. So yeah. Okay, now we got the 7 of Cups. And that's possibilities. Yeah, we got possibilities. I feel so much coming, and it's gonna be beautiful, but we got to get, it's like that. It's like the lotus. Right now, we're in the murky, dark, trying to peek out into the sunlight and bloom that beautiful lotus flower with the scent of aroma of just beauty. That's where we're going to. But right now, we're in that murky part of learning. And the 7 of Cups, rather than rush towards one opinion, stand back a while, wait to see what manifests. There are many choices available to you now, but which do you focus on? At this point, there are few facts to help you decide, only a raft of impressions. Danger lies in falling for a fantasy, as you have no sense yet of what is real and what you're idolizing, because it fires your imagination. It creates projects. You may be awash with ideas and additional meaning is dreams and visions. I'm getting that somebody is having dreams and visions and they're not paying enough attention to it. Pay really close attention. Their messages are trying to come out. You just got to listen, hear. Okay, now we got the 9 of Earth, and she's beautiful. She came up in a reading a few days ago. How important are your material possessions? Support a worthy charitable cause. Give away all that is no longer needed. Give without bias or expectations. Heal yourself by helping others. Skeletons in the closet. Charity begins with you. Address any health concerns. The 9 of Earth represents altruism, charity, and generosity. Have you suddenly found that your life is full of harmony? You are creative and happy at this time. Abundance and truth, wealth surround you. Material possessions are less important than they once were. Yet you want for nothing and have no need or desire for more. Instead, you choose to serve a higher purpose and give to others you have less. To help others in need or to support a worthy charitable cause is the act of generous and caring spirit. But who is worthy? Who is deserving? Do you give without bias or expectations? Do you give equally to all in need, or is your generosity conditional? What is it that you seek to gain from the act of giving? There are also questions the 9 of Earth asks you to consider. An act of charity born from compassion can be transforming. To know that you have played a role in helping others can inspire a sense of deep satisfaction and well-being. It can be healing not only for those who are helped, but for those who help. However, in some, it can also give rise to the sense of entitlement and self-importance. It can inspire a belief that acknowledgement and praise should be given. Altruism is a selfless act of giving. To give without expectation of reward, to give simply because you can and choose to, and nothing more. The 9 of Earth signifies that it might be time to go through your cupboards and remove all that you no longer need and do not use. Give to local charities, organizations that work to help those in need within your community. And if you have any skeletons in those cupboards, it might also be wise to deal with them too. Now, my recommendation of the giving part is do not give to any charities right now, because most of the charities, the big CEO of the company gets most of it, and the charities get like 8%. You've got to look at the percentage they give the charities, because I've worked for a place like that we did a lot of the charities, and they do. The CEO makes most of the money, and Goodwill makes most of the money. So what you want to do with your free stuff, if you're giving it away, find a local church that have the giveaways, a local charity that just give them away, and we'd be better off. When we give, we can feel better because we know that somebody didn't have to pay for that charity. That's really sad when people have to pay. When people give things away and then you give them to a store and they charge people almost the price you pay in a store. That's horrible. I'm sorry. It just is. Okay, now we got the 9, the Hermit, the Contemplation. We got the Hermit too in this card. Rest and recharge. What is it telling you? You're not meditating and manifesting enough. You're not going within enough. The Hermit is the tarot wise man. His arms folded, he sits in seclusion from the world, content in his thoughts and the wisdom he has gained. Through his many experiences, he is happy within his inner self and protected in his own world. A thinker, the jellyfish around him are symbols of his enlightened mind. He travels inwardly, intellectually, or spiritually to find the answer he seeks, which give him peace and understanding. Reflection and quiet time are important now. You may need to study, contemplate, or simply spend time alone to process all that has happened recently. This may be a welcome retreat, or you may feel lonely, depending on your circumstances. However, you experience the hermit solitary influence. Know that you are guided by your inner light. You won't get lost in your thoughts or be alone forever. An additional meaning of the card is distancing yourself from certain relationships that may be overwhelming you. Try not to resist aloneness. It gives you time for contemplation and healing to find the answers you need and know yourself more deeply. Yeah, you're not going to find yourself in that 3D world out there. If you go listen to the song Wild Blue, I like Wild Blue, and watch the video, I found myself when I lost you. So he's saying in the song that I found myself when I lost you. Because when we are with someone or with a family, we're trying to entwine it together. We need to unwind it, and we need to think about it, and we need to contemplate, because it'll show us something different. Okay, now we got the Seven of Air. And I like this card. It's not what we believe, but how we believe. Lift others up. Does what you believe make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? There are many ways, not just your way. Educate, don't indoctrinate. Seek a kind approach, moderate fundamentalist beliefs. Yeah, when I'm speaking with people and I see that they're not understanding what I'm saying, I'm not going to try to put it into their body. They'll figure it out sooner or later. They'll take a few of the words that I said maybe, and they will contemplate on it and maybe come to the right decision. But that's what he is. And to me, he's a shaman. He looks like a shaman. And I always say, think about it. If he walked into a church right now, take away the dagger, but if he walked into a church exactly how he was without the dagger, because that would freak people out, they would think he was like scary. They wouldn't, I don't think they'd understand him. I really don't. They'd judge him for what he looked like. The Seven of Air symbolizes the realms of spiritual belief, religious practice, and personal dogma, and the influence they have upon how we perceive the world around us. Spiritual beliefs can make our lives feel complete, make us healthier, happier, kinder, and more compassionate people. And yet it can also place us at odds with others and start wars, both global and personal. It can bring peace and a healthy sense of well-being, or it can literally place you in harm's way and tear your world and life to pieces. Spiritual belief in the form of religion has, throughout the centuries, been one of the root causes of almost all human conflict, and it is still one of the leading causes of bloodshed in our modern world. There are many who subscribe to the belief that embracing a spiritual path is different to following one of many organized religions. But consider this: whether you subscribe to a religion or have a more organic spiritual ideology, or even subscribe to atheism, all involved follow a personal dogma that can be orthodox and rigid, or expansive and accepting. To believe in a religion, to embrace a spiritual path, or none at all, is no different energetically than believing that one political party is better than another, or that a vegan diet is better than one that includes meat and animal products, or that your favorite sports team is the best sports team. All forms of belief can lead to peace and health, healthy sense of well-being, or to extreme and fundamentalist behavior. All paths can be born of independent knowledge and understanding, indoctrination, or a mix of both. Each choice, even the choice not to believe in the divine, requires that you believe in something. Even if that something is that a belief in anything other than our physical reality is a symptom of a deranged mind. The Seven of Air reminds us that all personal dogma and spiritual dogma can give rise to an open mind or a closed one to varying degrees. Each path contains core beliefs that won't be changed or cannot be changed, because to do so would make them something other than the beliefs that are meant to be subscribed to. Therefore, in a matter not what you believe in, but how to choose to live and express that belief. How does what you believe on a spiritual level influence your thoughts and feelings and actions? Does it make you kinder and more understanding of those who are different? Or does it inspire a feeling of superiority that you are right and that your way is the only way? Does your spiritual path inspire you to lift people up and brighten their day? Or does it inspire you to think less of others and or pity them because their ignorance damns them to some imagined hell or purgatory? What are you willing to give up to lose because of how and what believe in? And ah, still itching. I don't know what that I don't know. I'm suffering today, but I'm still going to get through this reading because I need to do the reading. So bear with me with my suffering and my itchy friggin' nose. Okay. What are you willing to give up? Your spiritual path, a personal dogma, bringing into your life. The Seven of Air symbolizes an opportunity to look closely at how your personal spiritual beliefs and personal dogma influence your thoughts and behavior, and to complete whether they serve to make you a better person or serve to make you more critical and rigid. To me, I don't do sports. I don't watch sports because to me, sports is violent and it's all jerry rigged anyway. They rig it. They want who's going to win, other than maybe a high school team, high school sports. I get that you have a kid that loves it and it's cool. Yeah. And it's good team competition. But when they get into the big league and stuff, they're all bought and paid for. That team is going to win whether you dream it or not, whatever team they want to win. Sorry. Hate to burst your guys' sportsy bubble, but that's a violent belief. My team is better than your team. Well, your team's going to be better if they want it to be better. That's all it is. My team's better because I live in this city and I know it's better. No, it's going to be better if they want it to be better. Sorry, it ain't you don't live in one specific, just because you're planting your butt in one specific area doesn't mean that you're from that area. No, you're from the creator. You're just placed in the area and your choice is to stay in the area. People write too much stuff into things, I'm telling you. We got the King of Pentacles, and this is trust. The king reveals a man who is ambitious, trustworthy, and protective. When he commits to a project or a relationship, he is loyal to the last. He can be a powerful business owner or leader. He has a hands-on attitude, and as the U card in a reading, he represents generosity and love. What you gain, you share with people and who are important to you. Protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Enjoy the rewards that success brings. Yeah, I've always been one to help people. That's just the way my spirit, my soul has always been, even as a child. But some people aren't that, it all, I think it depends on the childhood you had. My parents and my brothers were very, very protective of how I felt about harming animals and things like that. So I couldn't even watch Lassie because he got caught in a burning building and I cried for 2 weeks because, then they stop it. Did Lassie die in the fire? So for like a week, I cried about Lassie in the fire. My mom's like, "You're not watching Lassie no more." I'm watching Flipper one time, and Flipper got caught in a net, and it was to be continued. My mom's like, "You're not watching Flipper." So any animal movies, I never watched Black Beauty because I figured the horse died. I never watched The Bear because I knew something died. I watched Bambi. It's a cartoon. The mother died. I cried. I was traumatized. So I don't watch any animal movies unless they're not going to die. I don't like that. I know death is all part of it, but it's traumatizing to me. Um, we also got, what, oh, okay. We also got the star. I missed someone. No, I didn't. Okay. Number 17, cue the card. We got hope. Follow your heart and respect your inner knowing. Trust that the universe will bring you whatever you need. While we're all out there manipulating our kids and manipulating our spouses and manipulating our parents or whatever we're manipulating, it doesn't matter. It's all divine timing. So when you're manipulating someone, you're stopping their timing. They are their own person. Get over it. We've got to get over it that they're their own person. Quit running people's lives. Period. It's not your part to say, you got to be home at 9. It's like this. Say you have a spouse, okay, and you're like, you better be home at 9. Really? I went through that when I was at home with my parents. You are my spouse. Don't tell me when to be home. Well, I worry about you. No, that's control. I'm an adult. If you weren't in the picture, what the hell would I do? That's the way I look at it. My husband tries to pull that crap sometimes, and I just take him back. I'm like, well, you can worry about me, but I'm fine, and I'll be home when I want to be home. So, but you don't want a spouse that's staying out. I don't go to bars and I don't drink, so that's not me going out, and it's just me talking to a friend or something, or going shopping or whatever. But if you have a spouse that's out all night long and that's different. That's understandable why you'd be really ticked off. But somebody just going shopping with friends or this and that, there is no time limit on that. Get a life. Page of Wands, creativity. This page is charming and chatty, and he brings great news about creative projects, travel plans, and new work. In relationships, he or she reveals a fun flirtation. An additional meaning of this card is the influence of a creative person, a writer, actor, artist, dancer, or musician, or that you are discovering your creative potential. Now is the time to express yourself in words, pictures, dance, music, or through any other creative pursuit you enjoy. That was it. That was the last one of that one. Now we got some more. We got the Divine Master. Got a great message from the Divine Master. We got Paul of Venetian, gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Paul the Venetian is one of the original masters from the Theosophical Ascending Master teachings and a guardian of the rose pink ray of the heart. It is said that he is the ascending form of Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. He had links with Venice, and when he was ready to pass in 1588, had the opportunity to ascend to help humanity as a spiritual guide. As he was a highly talented painter during his earthly incarnation, he is now dedicated to helping those with creative talents tie them into their spiritual practice and live a spiritual life. If you call on him, he can help you use your creativity as a way of connection to your higher power. When he comes to you, he brings the energy of grace to help you reveal the deeper parts of yourself to the world. There is a chance that for a long time you have felt misunderstood or like an outsider, probably because somewhere along the way you were discouraged from shining, because someone else projected their fears onto you. But hidden deep within you have gifts that can help heal the world, and not only that, can help heal you. When this card comes to you, it's time to drop the shields that have protected your heart, because you aren't going to be hurt anymore. You're being given an opportunity to shine. Know that the inspiration that's streaming through you is divinely guided, energy that can help you to be most authentic and aligned version of yourself. So reveal your talents, let others see your abilities. Gifts aren't gifts unless they are shared. Share your gifts and serve, knowing you are being served in return. This is a lot of service to self. And my husband and me were just talking about service to self yesterday. We can't be service to self all the time. Yes, we have to work on ourselves and be all that we can be, but we also have to help other people. We can't just hoard everything for ourselves. So if we have extra that we want to donate, find a community church or a center that's giving them away. Don't take them to a place that's going to resell them, because then people will get free clothes, and that's what it's meant for. So we got in the gateway of light activation, we got the Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. We got this the other day, and it's trying to tell us we are what we seek. We have the Christ consciousness within our heart. We just have to listen. The Holy Grail has been a mystery for thousands of years. Many believe that it was the cup that Jesus drank from at the Last Supper, or that was used to collect his blood at crucifixion, while others believe that it was a person, possibly Mary Magdalene. It's also been described as a stone, a dish, or a cauldron. The energy of this card is strongly related to a physical space, which is the Chalice Well in Glassbury, southwest England, a sacred garden where many go to connect with the great teacher and discover the mysteries within. As a gateway, the Holy Grail is the cup of our heart, which we can allow to be filled by source light so that we are overflowing with divine love. The energy that we call into the Holy Grail is the feminine energy of source, the Shekinah, the fierce yet graceful light that inspires us to dance to the sacred rhythm of life. This gateway therefore encourages us to stop searching outside of ourselves for truth and go within to realize that we've had everything we've been searching for the whole time. It's like inviting the divine in, but knowing that it's already there before we ask. You have been on a great quest, seeking, searching, discovering, but the further you've gone, the more your heart has called you back. You may still be looking for treasure, but you are now discovering that all roads lead back to you. The great source of creation holds up a shiny mirror in front of you, and you see your reflection. You are the answer. You are the divine. You are created. You are creating. The gateway of your divinity has opened, and the vessel of your being is flowing with infinite light. You have been searching for God, and God is within. So go within. This is the key to heaven. Your cup is overflowing. Your gifts are beginning to unlock. Let the world share your treasure. I love that card. And yeah, that is a great meaning. We got one more card. We got the Human Spirit Oracle. And I love this. It's a 44, which is a master number. It's manifest your miracle. And she's got golden stars all around her, and she's just beautiful. Dandelions, wishbones, four-leaf clovers. Oh my. Manifesting has always been a part of your life. Along the way, we can find these practices childish, naive, and taboo. But why? What changed your perspective about manifesting your miracles? This next bit is something we believe so strongly in. We as humans are energy. We are giving off a specific frequency, and that is the hum. That is the manifesting and bringing to life what we radiate. So let your intention and truly believe that it is yours and it is coming to you. You deserve to live the life you want. Take this card as a sign that you are worthy. Step into your power and manifest your miracle. If you are a visual person, then take time to create a vision board. The sky is the limit. See, the cards tell us. What do I say? The two M's, meditate, manifest. That's what we need to do. Well, that was a beautiful reading for Thoth Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.